then next step is to take all those over into our transposing sheet right over here. Okay, so we said that this was in the key of,
E flat.
yeah, let me make a text. B flat. So then what we want to do is we want to go into just an arbitrary capo position. So what's an easy family that we'd like to play? So like either the G family or the C family are probably the easiest ways that we're going to be able to go about this. So which one do we want to do? Samantha, what's your favorite? Do you like to play the cruise chords or do you like to play the F, C, and G?
I don't believe I have a preference. And when you phrase it as cruise, I don't want to pick cruise.
All right, then let's just arbitrarily not choose cruise. We'll go with the C family chords. And this will be good because we're going to be doing this all night anyway. So, I just arbitrarily decided to use C. Everybody cool with me with that?
Mm-hmm.
Just totally arbitrarily. Because I want to play C family chords for this one. So I'm going to fill out this B flat thing right here. So every time I see a B flat, a B is going to be my 1. C is C is my 2. D is my 3. E is my 4. F is my 5. Let's do it. Goodness gracious. I'm going to have to do like cursive. F. And then a G. So those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then in the C family, my C is 1. What's my 2? D, just going through the alphabet. D, E, F, G, and then A is going to be my 6. Okay, how are we doing so far? Any other questions? Okay. Well, what happened here? Okay. So then what I want to do is I want to go and figure out where I can play a C shape, but I'm touching a B flat. Okay. So where can I take this C? So I need to take my C chord right here. And
oh, that one.
Yeah. So I'm going to show this guy. So again, I just arbitrarily decided to use C over here. And so I'm going to be checking out this shape in this family. So what do the red dots mean?
Root
And
notes.
it's C.
Yep, exactly. Those are the root notes. Those are where the C's exist in just this shape that I hold right here. So what I want to do is I want to slide either one of these, either my 3 finger or my 1 finger, forward on my fretboard until I run into a C, or I mean a B flat.
That's the 11th fret.
Okay, so I'm going to slide that up to 11 because I've got, so 11 on the 2nd finger, right? So there's a B flat actually in 13. So I'd be way up here.
Well, that's not a
Wouldn't-
good choice.
Yeah,
Couldn't
that's
it be
not,
11 on the first? Or like
be-
the first would be on the 11th fret?
first finger would be on the 11th fret. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we're looking at. And then I still like to root off that. So that's way the F up there. So,
Mhm.
sorry, we're gonna have to go with the cruise chords instead. So that's one of the things we just figure out. We get all the way up there. Oh, that's not gonna work. So let's go with our B
B?
flat with our G chords. So then I'm gonna come over here, and you can do this in a totally different one, or you can erase either one, whatever you want to do. Haha. So I'm gonna do that in G instead. So that's going to be G, A, oops, B, C, D, and E. All right, so where do I need to slide that to become a B flat, but in a G family shape?
6th fret.
6th fret. That'll be a G. That'll be a B flat right there. So I can be playing these. Yep. So G is with my 6th string from this shape way down here. That would be a red one. According to your caged sheet, slide that forward till we get to B flat on the 6th fret. And then, so I can come in here and call it 6. All right. How's everybody doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Do you have any? So now where do we put our capo then to make this our spot?
4th fret, right?
3rd.
3rd fret. We
Sure.
want an empty fret between our pointer finger, our one finger, and the fret or the capo.
Okay. Right.
So, capo on the 3rd fret. And then we've got kind of two choices as we come back to our There She Goes page. So you can either go and just try to think about every time you see a 1, I'm going to be playing a G and just try to translate that straight into your mind. Or you can go ahead and write right next to it. I'm not going to do that because that was tedious already with my mouse. But so what is the optimal way to think here is try to think about we're in the mentality of playing in the key of G, so I need to be able to, like, this is the high level thought process that we want to go to, of being able to go G is 1, A is 2, B, C is 4, D is 5, and then E minor is my 6. So every time I see a 1, I'm going to just know that that means G. And then 5 was G, A, B, C, D. And then back 1 to 4, if D is 5, then 4 is going to be C. So I'm going to go 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 4.
Those are just the familiar shapes, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and we want to do, so since we don't want to play this in bars, we're totally doing this intentionally to do familiar shapes. All right. Any questions?
Yeah, well, sorry, man. You said you got to put the capo on the 3rd fret. I did not follow how you got there.
Okay. So we're going to start by just arbitrarily choosing to be playing in G. Oh, no, where am I?
Okay.
So I'm just going to go here. So out of my G shape,
Yep.
this is why it's called a G, is because of my middle finger, because it's touching this G note right here. Right?
Right. Okay.
So I need
Yeah.
that to slide forward until it gets to a B flat.
Ah. Okay. Yep.
So I slide this shape G, G sharp, A, B flat, and then the same relationship from this G. We know we have an open fret here before the nut. So everybody, the nut included, needs to move forward by these same amount of frets. So 1 is my G sharp, 2 is my A, and then B flat as my third. So this is where my
Okay.
capo is right here.
Yep. Okay.
My thumb. Cool.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Then let's go ahead and see if we can play this with our G family stuff. So yeah, what is a 1?
G.
G. What is 4?
C.
C. What is 5?
D.
D.
D. Great. And then what's 2?
A.
A. Nice, Samantha. Fast. Your internet must be fast. Just kidding. Just kidding. Great. Great. Cool. Was that a hand going up, Augusta? No. Okay. All right. Cool. So what we've got going, this is going to be, so again, the other thing we like to think about is counts now. We're into the easy part. What's our magic number for counts?
4. Right.
4. But we have 3 chords here that we're dealing with. So that tells us that something's going to have to change a little bit. We can't just go 4, 4, 4. So it's either going to be the first one or the last one's going to be doubled up. And this one happens to be doubled up on the last one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's really actually a 2, 2, 4 rhythm just because of how fast it is. But it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be that fast. All right. All right. Any other questions? We ready to give this a try?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do this with just ourselves a little bit, and then we'll go with them. We'll just go with me. So I'm gonna mute everybody, but you just try and play with me. I'll go a little bit slower than what the regular tempo is. If you got any problems,
Okay.
give me a wave. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, D, C, G, D, C at 9, G, C, one more time. Cool. That's it. All right. Any problems there?
Nope.
Okay. All right. And all right. Let's I'm just going to throw you on the hamster wheel here and deal with it. Okay. I'm going to hush you guys up. If you got any problems before we go again, wave and I'll address them for you. All right. From the top, we're going to go with the G.
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains.
How we
So what are
doing?
we playing during that instrumental part before the bridge?
Oh, they're gonna go straight through. They do a verse chorus section there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So this song is just super redundant. So then going into the bridge, the counts are just going to be a little bit slower. This first line, let me share what I'm talking about. Okay, so this first line is going to be nice and slow, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then this F, which would be
D.
D, then 2, G, then our, oops, can't decide what I'm doing here. 5, then 1, then 4. Or then 5, then 4, sorry. So they're going D, G, D, C, and they do that for these 2 lines, and that's pretty quick. So those are back down to 2 counts each. So it's she calls my name, pulls my train, no one else can feel my pain. Very quick through those 2 counts each, kind of thing. And then our C minor again was our 2, and that goes straight up to our 6. So that's the nice thing. That's from that A, we can go straight up to our E minor. It's just moving our shape straight up from our A minor, or our 2 to our 6 just goes straight up like that. And then our E flat is 4, and then F is going to be 5, and then we're back into our regular stuff. Okay. Other questions?
You go over that count one more time for the whole bridge.
Yes. Okay, so the first line here is going to be 4 counts each.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to try. And then these 2 lines are both much quicker at 2 each. Ugh. And then back to this last line are going to be 4 again. I just can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is going to be 4 counts again. So 4, 2, 2, 4 for counts in the bridge along those lines. Does that help?
It did.
Cool. And then outside of the bridge there, they just kind of, they go the last verse for verse 3 to one last chorus, and then they just continue going through that verse style thing for the outro. Just the 1, 5, 4. Okay. How are we doing with all that? All right. So, good news. I have one. Let's see. Uh-oh. Where is that? I have one that is that I've already made look nice. Let's do it. It's this one. So this one will be a little bit easier to follow along with.
That is much easier.
Yeah.
So I did all the work, and then so that was just how we could go about figuring out where to capo. That was a big, long lesson just for that.
How did it start with B flat in the first place?
Okay. Because of seeing what all these chords are right here. We've got our B flat, F, E, and C minor and G minor. So we had to figure out where in this sheet all those chords would just line up nicely.
Do they play bar chords for the actual song?
No, they're probably playing with the capo right here. They're probably playing this capo.
So they were all like, B flat sounds awesome, so I want to translate this to an entire different thing so I can play something different.
No, so they did B flat probably based on the vocalists.
Oh, okay.
Abilities. Yeah.
Thank
So yeah. So they were like, all right, so I wrote a song, it's just G, D, C, but like then the singer's like, well, I can't sing that low. She goes, there she goes again, and she's like, I'm a chick, I need that to be much higher. So then they just like scooted everything forward until they said that sounded good, and then she was like, there she goes. That's probably what happened.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. That's how the songwriter lands on B flat, just totally for vocals. So then that lesson is good for us if we start covering songs, when we start playing something and we know we can play it with them, but like we can't necessarily sing with them. So then we can just explore with our capo to figure out where our vocal range needs to be. Go up higher or lower or whatnot.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna delete everything. Oh, that's gonna take way too long. All right, then I'll just show you back up to the easy one. And we can play along with this one. All right, can everybody see that one?
Yep.
Good. All right. All right, then I'm just going to start us back over from the top, and let's just follow along with what we got written right here. And I'm going to shush you up, and let's go. Okay, starting on the G. 2, ready, go.
There she goes. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again, pulsing through my veins. I just can't contain this feeling that remains.
Hey!
There she goes again. There she goes again, racing through my brain. I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. She calls my name, calls my dream. No one is gonna heal my pain. I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again.
Cool. Let's let that cook for a second and see what we got. All righty. So has anybody been anywhere cool lately? All right. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. All right, then I'm gonna hush you guys back up. And we'll start it over. So that's just it's just a really fast egg shaker. 1 Iana, 2 Iana, 1 Iana, 2 Iana, 1 Iana, 2 Iana. Get that hand just egg shaking really frantically. Okay. From the top on the G. 1, 2, ready.
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes again, pulsing through my veins. I just can't contain this feeling that remains.
Chorus.
There she goes again, racing through my brain. I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes again. She calls my name, calls my dream. No one else could heal my pain. I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again, chasing down my lane, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes, there she goes, there she goes.
I just realized I didn't have my guitar turned up. Could you guys hear the strumming pattern that I was doing when Bonnie asked? Did that even help at all? Okay. So, sorry, Bonnie. This is what was
It's all
going
right.
on.
It's all good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mostly downstrokes with just a couple fast upstrokes in it. But it's all got to come from the same down-up motion anyway. Yeah, I turned my guitar down so that because of the stupid like delay. Lost you again, Augusta.
Nah, Tom, I was just muted.
Oh, can't play with me like that. What were you saying?
So in the bridge, there's an E flat,
Great. Yes.
which is the 7, right?
Yeah. So,
So
it's
what is that?
that's the one that is totally weird for us. So does everybody see that E flat in the bridge? Okay. So that's one that we just have to kind of fake our way through it. So if this is C, this would be a true 7, but that's a B. So we want a B flat. But so that's my B flat where my pointer finger is. But there's no real way to play that one with open strings. So I'm just going to play that with a power chord. Just kind of mute everything else and just get that in there so that I can go. So C, C, or C, C, B, B, C, D, F, and then E. So I'm just going to be sliding on and off of a power chord in the first fret away from the capo for my E flat.
Root 5 though?
Yes. So if we look in the real world, if we took our capo away, this is exactly the position we were playing in the power chord stuff. So this is still an E flat, even though it looks weird next to the capo right there.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Everybody good? All right. Then let's pull up Baba. All right. So yeah, once the guitar comes in, we're just gonna be going D, G, F, that kind of stuff. All right. All right. Here we go. Here goes Baba. Oh, goodness. All right. How do we do?
So.
So. All right. So this one we want to do basically in the same family of chords. So, yeah. So if we're going with that F and C there, Carling, we want to just jump up to that G. Have you ever done this G, or you always go to the rotated G?
I usually do the second one.
Second one. Yeah. So let's let this one be a drill of just because it's just basically the whole song, just basically going low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low, middle, high. So let's get. This is a great one just to drill again. See if we can get these 2 and 3 fingers to start getting to that new G, if you want. But
Okay.
it might make the transfer quicker than having to jump back between every other one like that. So start with your C because this is where we're based out of. Good. And then that's it. And then take your 2 and 3 fingers just straight up. That's it. That's the one I want. And then pinky goes to the very bottom and pointer can come off. There you go. That's the G that I want you to get to. Yep. And then
Okay.
those two slam down to the G, to the F. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So this is just a good one to drill on. Any other questions? Nope.
I just feel like it's really hard to get into like a good rhythm on it, but
What's that?
just to get like into a good strumming rhythm and
Oh, yeah.
pattern.
Yeah, this one because it's just it's like that like pre-glam rock where they're just the guitarist is only hitting 3 notes. He's just going. That's all he's doing. He's doing it with a big arm swing and everything. So, yeah, there's not
When
really much.
everything else that goes on is like as I don't know, there's a lot that's not guitar that's happening in the song.
Yes, it's a very busy song.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of the 8 counts is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our C gets 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. G is 4, and then F is going to be 4 counts after that. That was like really choppy in my ears. Did that sound like crap coming to you guys? No? Okay. It was like,
It's all good.
all right, cool. All right. This is where we're at, Dave.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and we're doing it in C family stuff. So we just did our caged exploration. And so out of the key of C, which we just arbitrarily decided because I'm in charge, I'm going to come to C, and then I'm going to play F or is my 4, and then G is my 5. So then I come back over to this song, and we figured out that it was in the key of F. So F is a 1, C is a 5, and D is a 4. So this chord progression, as we translated this up to capo position 5, is going to be C, G, F, through those things. Yeah, and then the E flat at the bottom there in the bridge, we're just going to have to do that as a power chord on 1 away from the capo. Root 5.
What is a what?
For the E flat at the end there in the bridge.
That'll be an E
That's-
flat.
Yeah, it's this. Yeah, it's basically. I mean, in real life, that's still an E flat. So it's a Bravo flat, according to the capo.
B flat.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
After the "I don't need to be forgiven" in the lyrics, they do a couple. I think they do 3 more, just empty ones, and then they're just gonna hang out on the G. Don't cry, don't raise your eyes. It's still all just in the G. It's just a vocal little thing. I think we kind of went over in class a month or 2 ago when we did this in power chords class that this is a part of a rock opera. So this is all. It's a little more hard to follow as a guitar piece, but yeah. Any other questions? Anything else we need to get caught up on? That looks great, Carling, right there. That looks great. Yeah. Cool. All right. Then I'm going to just go for it then. All right, from the top. All right. How do we do? A little bit better on that time?
A little bit.
Man, who's got the cops running by them?
It's me. It's like constantly. I live right off of Park Avenue, so it's just like boop, boop, boop. Sorry.
You might hear them in mine like a minute before or after.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably got the same thing.
Yep. There's somebody.
Same. Yeah, still me.
All right.
It's coming from the other direction now.
Let's see. All right. The other thing I wanted to do. Yeah, let's give it a minute, but
Because well, I'll finish my drink afterwards.
yeah. So I just want to. This is just my drill time for FC and G for this hour.
I feel like if you type
Did you have many people yesterday for the whole jam session?
Yeah, we had probably this many.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys hearing howling at 8 o'clock at night?
You getting some coyotes?
Yes.
No, that's how people are going outside and howling and
Oh,
for the, for frontline people.
I haven't
yes.
heard it, but my friend recorded her neighborhood in Lakewood, and it was a lot.
Was it really?
Yeah, I've had people
I thought
say
it was your dog.
I don't hear anything in my neighborhood. If that's what you want to call it. Just the sirens,
You
no
didn't?
howling.
You didn't hear howling last night?
What's that?
Carl,
I didn't hear any
I was
howling.
didn't hear
You
any
did?
howling last night. It was so loud. Yeah.
No.
We
I
call
didn't.
those Tuesdays in Parker.
That's right. They're actual coyotes.
And that's true.
Yeah, Ben, my roommate, I think he went down, what's today, Monday? Yeah, he went down last night or Saturday night just to like go be part of the howl. He took a bus all the way from Parker down to, I think, Civic Center Park or something like that. Just to go howl and then come back.
You really need it out of the house.
Yeah.
Pretty sure everybody here was just doing it out their patio.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was like, I didn't think the buses were going to run that late and that far.
But he made it there and back.
He made it there and back. It's all good. He survived. All right. So then the next song I wanted to do tonight was Stitches, because that one's kind of fun. Same kind of thing, but the work's already done here. We don't need to worry about trying to transpose it or anything. So, yay. We're done with that. That was just the first hour. So we'll do the capo version. Capo on 1.
My filing has gone to hell because I don't have to pack it up after class, so it's covering my whole area.
Mine's the exact opposite. I haven't had to print anything in a month now. So it's like I've got it all just on my desktop. I've got a folder that says tonight's lessons, and I just bring all the PDFs over into it.
You're all fancy.
There's pros and cons to this.
Definitely more cons. Is that fair to say?
There's a few more cons. All right. Oh, fancy. Let's see. Okay, so this song is pretty redundant. There's basically 3 patterns that we need to worry about. This verse pattern right here is just our first one. A minor, G, C, F. And we notice that happens again in the first line and the third line of the chorus. Everybody with me there? Cool. So A minor, G, C, F, A minor, G, C, F. So that's going to be, and these are all just 4 counts each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's really good because it's the exact opposite of what we just did with Baba O'Reilly. We're going from the top down, taking the elevator down. So we got the G, we just snap those down 1, and then snap those down 2. And if you want to, the next step of playing would be if you bar your pointer finger across both of those for the F versus having it in F major 7. You can do either one. But if you're comfortable with the F major 7, you want to take it to the next level. The next level is bringing that pointer finger flat. So we got, yep, that. All right, and then the pre-chorus pattern is our second pattern that we need to worry about. And that comes, notice, we finish on an F in the verse, and we're going to start on an F in the pre-chorus. So we're just going to stay right there. F, G, A minor. So we've got F up to the G, and then tuck into the A minor. And then what do we got here too? We've got 3 chords, which means that one of them is going to have to double up to make our magical 4. And this one, it's the second half. So F, G, and then A minor gets doubled up for our counts. Everybody following so far? Okay. Then this last line, it's the same, but just this G is like a very last minute G. It could probably be in parentheses. It's not even super necessary, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Or 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, that's right. That does take the full 4 counts on that one. So
On the final G?
yeah, on the final G. So this one is just straight 4 counts on all that, but it's really like a G, and then with rests for the rest of it. But you could play through that G the whole time. Then that takes us right back from that A minor to the G, then takes us right back to the A minor of our normal chord progression with our regular A minor, G, roll down again. And then the second, every other line of the chorus is going to start the same, A minor, G, but then, so A minor to G, then we're going to jump down to the F, and then for a quick C, G. So again, we've got 5 chords now, but our magic number is 4, so these 2 that are close together is a symbolic. Couldn't decide which way I wanted to say that. It's symbolic of how they're going to both take half of that count. So 4 counts, 4 counts, 4 counts, 2, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Those are our 3 chord progressions we need to work on. So again, try to drill through these chord shapes so that they're just an extra tool in your tool belt. Yeah, any questions? All right. And then in that case, I'm going to just start us up. All right, so let's start on, we're going to start right on that A minor. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go.
I thought that I've been hurt before, but no one's ever left me quite this sore. Your words cut deeper than a knife. Now I need someone to breathe me back to life.
Stay there.
Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, just like a moth drawn to a flame. Oh, you lured me in, I couldn't sense the pain. Your bitter heart cold to the touch. Now I'm gonna reap what I sow. I'm left seeing red on my own. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches.
The bridge. Still regular chords.
Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. You watch me. Shaking, falling onto my knees. Falling on my knees.
Good job.
I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out, begging me. Your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches.
All right.
So on the bridge, you weren't doing the power chords. You were just doing the regular chords.
Yeah, I was just doing the regular chords. By all means, go into those power chords, but they're going to be relative the capo. Right. So the A minor, we can still just do the same thing. I'm just gonna chug onto the. I'll just chug through those 3 chords, and that won't really change. But then when I go, I have to account for a G sharp because of the capo. So this is my power chord, root 6. Those are going to be my power chords if you wanted to do them. So yeah, they're power chords. I guess it's not that big of a deal. A, G away from the power chord, from the capo. Yeah, so it's a real life G sharp, real life C sharp, real life F sharp. Okay. You watch me. All right. What else is new? We got the Howlin' at the Moon thing going on. What else? Just selling into quarantine. So I'm still quote. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna play loud at the intro so you guys can hear what's going on. We're gonna start with the A minor. And here we go. That is not. Nope. And am I even sharing the music? Let's do this just to be sure. All right. Let's try again. A minor, 2, ready.
I thought that I've been hurt before, but no one's ever left me quite this sore. Your words cut deeper than a knife. Now I need someone to breathe me back to life. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses,
good job.
I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, just like a moth drawn to a flame. Oh, you lured me in, I couldn't sense the pain. Your bitter heart cold to the touch. Now I'm gonna reap what I sow. I'm left seeing red on my own. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I quit calling you my lover and move on. You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle in the bed, gonna wind up dead. Needle needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and the thread, gonna wind up dead. Needle and the thread, gotta get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. You watch me. Shaking, body don't you mind me, body don't mind me. Your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, aching, begging you to come out, begging, baby. Your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. I'm with the your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. I'm with the your kisses, I'll be needing stitches.
Cool. All right. A little better that time?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Ooh.
That's me.
Yeah.
All right. No.
Now try. Oh,
Uncle Dave is frozen.
yeah.
Yeah, well. Okay, hang on.
Down-tuned it, so I need to expand it forward. So that's kind of a weird, confusing concept.
If we weren't drop down tuning, would you still use these same chords up in the regular positions? No.
No,
Okay.
that was kind of what I was trying to highlight is just we take our normal fretboard, go to our B, we can play our bar chord right across here. Our first and our sixth string are still there. That's still the same thing. So I go B, F sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp, B. That's my B major bar chord that's happening right there. Or even let's call it a B minor, since that's what's going on, I guess. So we've got a B, F sharp, B, and then a D note right here, and then F sharp, B. Then all that happens is this string, as I down tune it, starts back here by a whole step in my drop D. So now this just got elongated. So all those notes just shifted forward on the neck. So we have to account for that. So if I wanted to play a B minor, this note hasn't changed because I haven't changed that tuning. That's still an F sharp. That's still a B. This is still a D. So this relationship is all still the same. And then this is still the same at the back end. But now my bass note scooted towards the sound hole. So I need to account for that when I'm coming to press on it.
Okay.
And then with the DADGAD tuning, that just gives us a little bit more of a degree of freedom because we're playing it in this. So now this happens to be in the key of D, so I can just let these two strings be open as I'm playing because key of D has got a D note and an A note in it. So I can just worry about the same drop D tuning that I was doing to get this B, F sharp, B, D for my, oh man, this one's riddled with holes. Goodness gracious. I need to re-edit all these stupid rainbow fretboards. Anyway, yeah, the relationship's still the same. We just get a little bit more freedom. We can put our pointer, we can just relax and don't have to bar those two notes down there like we would at the end of a, like that's our standard tuning shape. But then I drop my D, so then this one's got to come up. These notes still stay the same. And then now that we've opened the tuning up, those two can just relax. Did you guys follow what's going on my hand there? So in standard tuning, this is a B minor. Going back to this note. Then as my bass note got elongated, I had to account for that by bringing my ring finger into that. So this is now my B minor, and I just kind of cheat by barring just across that half. So I got two little halves, and then I change the tuning so that I don't need to bar all the way, so that these two can just be open.
And the middle finger is, you don't have to do that because you changed the tuning?
No, so it was a minor chord. So B minor, that goes back to so this is B minor. This is where I'm starting, middle finger off anyway, because of this note right here. And all that happened was my bass note changed, and then my treble notes changed. So
okay, and then I see on the G and the A,
G,
you put them together in the frets next to each other. Gotcha.
Yeah, and just like a G. So this is where I would go for a G in standard tuning, right? So this note still is the same, but my bass note is no longer valid because now this is an F. So I need to bring it forward a whole step to that G, but nothing else had to change. So that middle finger is still a major middle finger. These notes are still the ones that want to be on the G note as well there. So all that, I can just bar it and cheat through that, and that's going to be a G major. Cool. Now I'm going to have to resend all you guys' PDFs. What was that, Augusta?
Better than having to reprint it.
I know. At least I know. I found it before I had to print it, so I didn't print you guys all books, except for Bonnie. Sorry, Bonnie.
I can take it apart and replace.
I'll do that tonight.
With this, like the C sharp tuning and these shapes, if we were like DADGAD tuning, it would be the same shape, just
exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Just down a half step.
Right.
No.
Would be up a half step.
Nope.
Up it.
So this is, remember, whenever we're dealing with the tunings at, oh, stop it. Dang it, I clicked on something wrong. Okay. So once we do this, then we stop thinking about that. If that said capo on 2, then I don't adjust those to, like, say, real life chords anymore. Now these are all chords relative to capo 2. So this is an open tuning. This is really the only thing that matters. This is open. So I could basically be, the first open tuning is DADGAD. That's the easiest standard open tuning. So I've just modified it by telling you that instead of a D, we're going down a half step farther. But then once we do the math on that, once our strings are all there, we can go back to mentally thinking DADGAD, and the whole rest of the chords are all referencing that open tuning. Same way we use a capo to move forward, that's just gone back a little bit. So does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Those are good questions. Those are good things to be confused about. But these are written in reference to we've tuned this guitar down.
Right.
Now I'm not thinking about that anymore. And for your own, for like real life clarification, my band is down tuned a half step constantly. So we just standard tune down a half step. So then when I go open tuning, it's down to this DADGAD tuning, but we're all down in C sharp. So I still talk to my other bandmates that are both down tuned with me, and I talk about B's and I talk about D's and I talk about G's, and they don't have to think about it because they just go, oh, G is in the 3rd fret or 5th fret in my open tuning, I guess. So that communication already happens because we're now in a new universe of this tunage. So the only one that has to think about things is Ben. He has to translate everything to the piano to mean everything that I'm saying is a half step off. But once we've changed our universe that we're playing in, now we can talk in our standard tuning forms. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's kind of confusing until you realize it's like really not confusing. It's like really confusing until you realize it's super simple. but it takes a second to realize it's that simple.
Well, it's all math.
Yeah, it is. So if I wanted to write this song out to be true to life, this wouldn't be a B minor. That would be a B flat minor. Everything would just, and this would be a C minor, and this would be a D flat minor, G flat minor, an F minor, A flat minor. You know what I mean? Because of the true life. So if I was talking to a piano player, I would have to add a flat to every single one of these things. That's what they would think. But since we're talking in guitars, we did the math just by tuning it, and now we can talk in regular, easy to handle chords. Easier to handle. All right. So let's start with, let's try playing it. Now, let's start with the easiest little section, which is going to be, why are you going up there? That's silly. Let's go to the chorus section. So, I will wait for you. And then, so I'm going to play my D with just my pointer finger by itself. And then for the F sharp, I'm just going to bring my ring finger up to the top. Just get the first, just get the 6th and 5th string. You don't really need to get that 4th string in there. Just get at least that 6th string. And then that's going to slide up to 7 and be major. So I'm going to just play this one out there. You guys join along. It's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, our magic number is 4. There's only 3 chords, but this one, they double up on the front end. So it's going to be D for 8, or yeah, D for 8, F sharp for 4, A for 4. Okay? D for 8. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 7. Major. I will. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F sharp minor. That's a 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. How do we do through that? Looks pretty good.
How committed are you to the, like, which finger goes where?
What's that?
How committed are you to, like, which finger goes where? Like, I don't, that A is weird to me.
That's what she said.
So not really. I'm not really super committed. These are the easiest shapes for me. What are you talking about with the A? Because I might fight you on it. I might not. Tell me what you're talking about.
Well, I just feel like it's really awkward for me to move from, like, the D to the F. Makes sense. But my feel like on the A, my instinct is the index and middle.
Are you putting your middle finger on the on the 6th fret then? Augusta? Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to be playing
Like
like,
the, like,
One finger per fret kind of thing.
is this what you're trying to do, Augusta?
opposite. Am I reading it wrong?
Like that? To do that?
Yeah.
If you're using these two fingers, then no, go for it. Can you show me what you're doing? Yeah, show me from that F sharp. Go start over.
Oh.
No, that's great.
So A.
D, F sharp. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with you. Okay.
And then,
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, no, I have no problems with that. Why do I have no problems with that? 2 reasons. First was what Bonnie said.
I don't remember what Bonnie said.
Nobody ever does.
It's been recorded. What'd you say, Bonnie?
A finger per fret.
1 finger per fret, and you follow that rule. Second of all, now you have your pointer. Your pointer finger anchoring is what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your pointer finger is just staying. D, F sharp, A. No problem. I have 0 problems with that.
Which it's normally like what you preach, so that's why I think I was confused by this.
What is it? What I preach?
One like the railroad tracks, right?
Yeah. Find an anchor
Not-
point. Yeah. Find an anchor point.
Not moving your fingers. So
Yeah. So for me, my anchor point, I'm not lying. I'm still preaching the same thing. Still preaching. But when I get to my F sharp, now my anchor point is now my ring finger. That's just the way that works for me. That's a me thing. And this is the same. So this is exactly the same concept of when we're doing My Hero and we're doing the major third and minor thirds. Because look, this is literally the exact same thing, kids. We're on the exact same strings. We're doing the exact same intervals. All I'm doing is I'm just barring that across. That's all that's changed. So if you like, there's only one way to play that minor third interval is ring and pointer. But then there's 2 options on how to get to that major. There's this major or there's this major. And both of them require anchoring with a different finger. Right? One of them I anchored with my pointer finger. One of them I anchored on my ring finger. And it doesn't really matter because both of them are valid and necessary in this minor shape. You need both ring and pointer. But then when you go to your major, it's totally 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. Whichever one you can get to the fastest. Same preaching. It's the same thing. Good confusion though. So yeah, overarching same concept. So for what's comfortable to me is my ring finger is just going to be my anchor point for going all the way up and down my fretboard.
How is that more comfortable to like have 3?
It blows my mind that it's not to you, Miss Broken Knuckle.
Kids.
Like, if Dave, Darla, or Bonnie said that it blows their minds, I'd be like, yeah, let me, like, it's fine. But you're the one with the broken knuckle finger. It's just, it's too funny. And I don't know why. I think it just,
3 strings versus 1 to have is like that's a lot more effort to keep that clean.
Well, so I have a harder time keeping it clean, getting my middle finger out of the way. So when I'm actually, or my pointer finger out of the way, when I'm like this, my pointer finger here wants to go and mute those strings. That's just its natural spot. So I have to really work hard to get it out. And then right there, right now, I consciously was thinking about it, and I'm going to have to now adjust after my first strum because do you hear that little twang? My pointer finger is still getting that B string underneath it. So my pointer finger in this position is in the way because of my hand. That's a me problem. That's not that's not everybody's problem, but that is my problem. So when I'm here, it's easier for me if I'm on my ring finger, it lifts my pointer finger out off of those strings. And then especially on that middle finger, my problem was my pointer finger. My pointer finger gets the F out of the way. That's my reasonings. All right. Good questions, though. So at the end of the day, the rules that I want to reiterate are just one finger per fret, and then get these. The fret numbers are still the same on the sheet. I don't care whether you're actually ended up using your pointer finger or your middle finger, but you got a bar and then use its neighbor. That's all that really. I got it. You need to do that. And then whatever works best for you. All right. So any problems through the chorus? Everybody feeling okay with the chorus? Cool. Let's go through the verse then. And we notice this is just going to be a nice redundant little D, G, D, A. So we're going back to the D between each one of them, and then we're going out to our first major, and then back to the D, and then back to our second major. So we got our 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5 is going on. Okay? All right. Hush all you kids up. If you need anything, wave. And I think they're all 8 counts. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8. 6, and I'm realizing that I'm actually anchoring in the verse section. I'm anchoring with my middle finger just because it's easier to be anchored. Cool, Augusta. But it's still it's still that I still got to do my middle finger and my ring finger. So if you guys are confused, I'm not using my pointer finger in the verse section. I'm using my middle finger just because that is my anchor point. Because my ring finger is more important to me than my pointer finger. Okay, let's do it again. 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G. 5, 6, 7. Well, I came home like a storm. I feel pretty easy there. All right. Yeah, so those two things are pretty easy. The hard part is the pre-chorus / intro. And that's, I mean, it's semi-hard, but we're just doing a little walk-up. So as long as we can start, and most of them start from this A, right? A. Maybe we just take that. Okay, so we've got slow 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then these are all 2 counts each the rest of the way. So 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's the hard part. Yeah, and this last one is going to be, well, let's count it. Let's call it 6 for now, just to make it a nice round 8 places. Okay, so we got 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 6. And I'm just going to loop that. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm not following. I can't see where you're pointing to on the pre-chorus. So it's 4, 4, 4 for that. 4, okay.
2, 2, 2, 6. And it's so that this A is a variable spot, Bonnie.
Okay.
They do it differently all 3 times, I think.
It's just a filler kind of.
Yeah, so it
I turn around or something.
it's their turnaround. So one of them, I can't remember, off the top of my head, I can't remember which one they do shortest. So you notice it's the same as the intro, the exact same thing. So one of these times the A is literally just finishing out the 8 counts, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then one of them it's 2, 4, 2, and then this one needs 4, 6, 8. So it the A lasts either 2 or 6 depending on the time that they're doing. I can't remember which one they do first. But so for us, for nice and slow, let's do 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 6.
Okay.
So when we get to the A, it'll feel nice, like we've got a second to catch our breath. It finishes out the 8, and then we got 1, 2, ready, go, and then that starts us back over. That's what it's going to feel like. Okay. All right. Here we go. Starting on the B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, how we doing?
Right now, I'm thinking too much.
Yeah. This one, we'll do this one again next week, and I'll be sure to post this video too. But we talked about really cool stuff from my perspective. I was really glad we got into some of the stuff that we got into.
Were we going to try to play it through?
Yeah, we could jump on the hamster wheel on this bad boy. It's really just that pre-chorus is the only thing that we're running into any kind of trouble. But
so says you.
No, you guys were destroying that verse and chorus section. You guys, it wasn't even a thing. You guys were like falling asleep. I saw it. All right. Yeah, let's do that. So hamster wheel time. Ooh. Okay. All right. Any questions? Forever hold your peace. Here we go. All right. We're going to start with the intro. Starting on that V minor. Starting up here on the minor on 7.
Well, I came home like a stone, and I fell heavy into your arms. These days of dust, wish we'd known, will blow away with this new sun. But I'll kneel down, wait for now. And I'll kneel down, know my ground. And I will wait for you. And I will wait for you. So break my step and relent. Well, you forgave and I won't forget. Know what we've seen and can't live less. Now in some way shake the excess. And I will wait for you. 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 Now I'll be bold as well as strong, and use my head alongside my heart. So tame my flesh and fix my eyes. A tethered mind, freed from the lies. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. I'll kneel down, know my ground.
Yahoo!
Hey.
That one's fun.
I need a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
That song is a dumpster fire song for sure.